Hey guys, what's going on? Megan here. Finally, the top 5 exercises for triceps, for bigger arms, right? You'd be amazed. I made a lot of videos about triceps already. You guys know it's one of my obsessions. I love triceps. I'm not a big fan of biceps, but I have to train it obviously because doesn't hurt to have some guns. But I love triceps, and obviously you want to have big arms. You gotta focus on your triceps. Everybody knows that, right? It's 2/3, about 70% of your arms. The bigger your triceps are, not only the easier it is for your arms to hug the sleeves, but it doesn't hurt to have this right. You see what I mean? So, and I'm still going for the Rolly Winkle tricep, man. I think him and Kevin Levrone probably Philly for number 3 have probably the best triceps I've ever seen, right? And obviously my goal is to match that naturally, right? They're not gonna be as big, but I want them to be as naturally meaty. You know what I mean? No homo. Ooh, that sounded homo. All right, so the top 5 tricep exercises, obviously based on research. I put the research at the top and the bro science at the bottom, right? I know you guys can't see it. Don't worry, I'm gonna read it for you. So I'm here for. But you guys know this channel's philosophy since day one, combining science and bro science, finding out the common thread where to balance out, right? You can't just look at the scientific findings because everybody's body's different. The sample that they use for the studies is relatively small compared to the rest of the population. So it gives you an idea where to start, but you can't just rely on that. You also got to balance it out with people who have done it, people who have big arms, whether they're natural or not, right? And then at the end of the day, you kind of see the reoccurring themes. So the number one exercise, because I've been studying triceps for so long, right? When you try to combat average genetics, you do as much research as possible. And everything that I look at, whether it's an EMG study, or those old school studies, or I look at all the old school bodybuilders, whatever. The exercise that reoccurs the most and is number one on the list is dips, right? And once again, it's the exercise that's the top of the charts in the scientific studies and the bro science circles. Dips, you can't beat dips. If you don't believe it, just look at the average gymnast, right? All they do is dipping motion. They have amazing triceps. A lot of them never even touch the weight in their lives, right? So, and I'm talking about the natural ones, obviously. So dips, make sure at the end of the video, I want you guys to write this down. Make sure these exercises are somehow incorporated into your arm routine, right? Whether you're doing splits or full body, push pull, make sure you incorporate them. If you can't do all 5, obviously try to split them up where you do some on Monday, some on Wednesday, some on Friday. But you gotta benefit from these exercises because they have simply no equal. So obviously number 1 is dips. You could do it. Obviously, when you're doing dips for your triceps, you don't want to lean forward too much. You kind of want to kick your legs back. It's gonna help your body stay up, stay upright. Or you could use a hammer strength machine. I prefer to use the natural body weight dips because once again, body weight exercises stimulate fat stretch fibers more than machine exercises. So I prefer to do it on the bar. You could do it on the bench. These are believe it or not, even doing bench dips where you're just putting your feet on the bench for 10 to 12 reps is gonna fry your triceps. You're gonna have this amazing feeling, this amazing pump. So dips, bench dips, whatever you fucking want. Make sure you throw them in and don't use too much of your chest. Number 2, which is a shocker, is diamond push-ups. You'd be amazed at how much tricep activation you get from diamond push-ups. You don't believe me? Pick an average guy that works out, right? Been working out for a year or more. He could pump out reps on the press down. He could do dips, whatever. Have him down to do basic diamond push-ups. You want to be able to get 8 perfect reps in, right? Maybe 10, right? Just to show you how hard it is. Not because you're not used to it, because you simply not only controlling your body weight, but you activating your triceps to a crazy extent. You're doing this. I'm not gonna get down and do it. If you want, Google a video of diamond push-ups. It's pretty much just this, right? It's kind of like doing it's not skull crushers. It's not like doing press downs. It's its own fucking thing. Just do it, right? Diamond push-ups. I don't know how to explain it, but it just activates your tricep crazy. So, and it's also it also scored very fucking high on a lot of EMG studies. Number 3, skull crushers, the big daddy of tricep exercises. Skull crushers have been around for decades, right? All the old school guys before all the machines came out were doing mainly skull crushers and dips. So do a lot of skull crushers. Be careful for your elbow. A lot of people have elbow pains doing skull crushers, myself included. So try to incline the seat a little bit. If you incline the seat, you won't feel that pain. You can also try to use cables, but I don't know, man. As far as putting mass on my arm, I like doing cable at the end. So skull crushers, put them in a little incline. Number 4, I hate that exercise, but for some reason, a lot of you guys can also testify this. You cannot match the pump you get from them. that cramp you get on the back of the long head of your triceps. Kickbacks, right? Believe it or not, kickbacks scored really fucking high on every single EMG test on tricep activation. Basic dumbbell kickbacks, right? You can't use a lot of weight, but for a lot of lifters out there, you gotta agree that when you're doing kickbacks, you get a feel in your tricep that you don't get from any other exercise, right? And it's not surprising that it scores so high as far as long head activation, right? Long head, this is the long head of your triceps. The part actually hangs down. I wish mine hang down, but you know what I mean. So try to find a way to throw kickbacks in. Like I said, I don't like doing them because you can't go too heavy, but it's not always about the weight, guys. I told you it's about activating those faster fibers. So kickbacks actually the long head of your triceps, which is also the most important head out of all three heads. This is the outer head. It's alright, right? The long head is really what gives your arm that sweep. So you want to make sure you get that from the side. Number 5 is 80 overhead extension movement, right? That's great for the long head of your triceps. The French press is the most famous one, where you basically just take a dumbbell or a barbell and do extensions. I prefer a dumbbell because it feels more natural, but you can do it with the rope, you can do it with the bar, the easy bar. But like I said, the dumbbell is easier for me. That exercise is a fucker for your triceps, guys. That shit activates your long head like a motherfucker. So overhead extensions are number 5. And honorable mentions from the bro science world. This is what I feel works. Like I said, I'm only going to give you guys science and bro science. A lot of pros swear by closed grip bench presses. Unfortunately, the closed grip bench press didn't score very high on all these EMG tests and shit because your chest comes into play. Your upper pecs, believe it or not, activated a lot doing the closed grip bench press. Your front does come into play a little bit. So it's iffy, but I'm not going to completely delete it because a lot of people swear by it. So try it out and see how your gains respond. And then obviously press downs. I put presses at the bottom because it's not worth putting on that fucking list. Who doesn't do press downs, right? Basic cable press downs. And the reason why it's not in the top 5 is because a lot of people built great triceps in the days before the machines came about. So you could definitely build great triceps without press downs. But there's no point to put on the list because you should be doing this shit anyway, right? Especially to warm up your elbows. Hope this video helps, guys. Dips, diamond push-ups, skull crushers, kickbacks, overhead extensions, and optional closed grip bench and press downs. Those are guaranteed. If you do them consistently with a good diet, good everything, you guaranteed to have nice developed triceps. And so join me on the road, guys. I'm still working on it, right? I love triceps, but for some reason, my outer head, I focus too much on my outer head and very little on my long head. So now I'm on the road to getting a big, meaty, hanging long head. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Yo, come on, son. Anyway, so I was like, yo, Hansa, let's make a video and show them how we came up with these exercises. And we spent like the last 10 minutes laughing. The first one is you have to chill.